doing a full get ready with me. I'm going to show you my full makeup and I'm going to show you my outfit of the day. My husband and I are about to head out in a couple of hours to my niece's birthday party. Her birthday was in February, and she's being celebrated today. So it's going to be something very casual because it's going to be the park. So my outfit's going to be very casual, and my makeup, I'm going to try to glam it up a little bit. Not really because of the party, just because I haven't done like a more glam makeup, and I want to give my Pat McGrath Divine Rose some love, because if you saw my previous video, you know that this wasn't my favorite thing in the world. So I just want to like do a quick eye look with this, and I do have 2 new products that I'm pretty excited to show you. So I did purchase, or I mean 3 new products. I have here like my makeup basket. That's why I keep reaching there. So I did purchase the newest Pat McGrath concealer and powder. So that's going to be what I'm going to be using on my eyes today. So I've got both of them. I do have some thoughts on them already. I've had them for around 2 weeks already, or whenever they were released at the Sephora site, I picked them up. And I'm going to be using this. And for my foundation, another new product. This is the newest from Makeup Forever, the Reboot foundation. And again, I also have some opinions on it already, but you're gonna see me kind of like use it in a minute. And that's what the bottle looks like, and I absolutely love that it comes with a pump. That's my favorite thing. I feel like whenever foundations, especially high-end, do not have a pump, it just hurts my feelings. I mean, I'm paying like $40-50 for a foundation and you can't give me a pump? Nars, I'm talking to you. But anyway, I'm gonna start with my makeup. I do feel like today my face is, I just got out of the shower. I do feel like my face is a little bit tighter today. I don't know why, because I already did my full skincare. But I'm gonna be using as my primer, like my first primer, because I do have another one that I want to use. I'm gonna be using the Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face all over my face, but I'm gonna concentrate the most product like around my mouth area and my nose, because it is very dry. It feels very tight in that area. I did use a different face wash that I use like almost once a week, only because it is very drying. I really like it. It's by I believe it's by Estee Lauder. Yeah, it's a blue one by Estee Lauder, and it's just very, I feel like it really like deep cleans your face, but it kind of like strips your face out of like all of the natural oils, so it just feels like a little tighter than usual. So I'm just gonna apply this all over my face. Oh, the Bobbi Brown primer is kind of like absorbing into my face. I'm gonna be using a lip mask. I'm gonna be using the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. This one, of course, it's very popular and everyone loves it. I did mention in a previous video, I believe my last video, that I prefer the Tatcha one like over this one, but I like to rotate them. So I'm gonna be using this right now. For my second primer, I'm going to be using the Wonder Glow by Charlotte Tilbury. I've got this teeny tiny sample that I got not so long ago when I purchased the Pillow Talk palette, and I've been really liking it. I do also have the Hollywood Flawless filter like back here in my vanity, but I've been really enjoying this one, and I want to like use this sample up, and I'm definitely purchasing the full size. I feel like it's a little bit different from the Hollywood one, because this one has more of like I don't want to say glitter particles, but it does have some kind of like gold shimmer that it just looks beautiful on the face. For my foundation, I'm going to be using the newest Makeup Forever Reboot, and this claims to brighten, smooth, firm, hydrate, and even out your face. So all of that just sounds fantastic. So this is the bottle like I showed you earlier, and I am in the shade Y315. I didn't color match myself in the store. I just picked it from the Sephora website, and it was a pretty good match, so I'm proud of myself. I think I'm getting better at color matching myself through the online websites. So anyway, I'm just going to apply this with my fingers. I've been using this like on and off for like almost 2 weeks at this point, and I found that the best application, at least for me, is like with my fingers, because if you do go and use like a beauty blender or like any kind of sponge like this one from Real Techniques, I feel like it just absorbs too much product, because this is more of like a lighter foundation, I feel. So anyway, I'm just going to blend this in with my fingers. So once I applied the foundation with my fingers and kind of like blended most of it out, I do like to use my beauty sponge and just kind of like dab it around my face just to ensure that everything is well blended, because I do feel that whenever I'm using my fingers only to apply my foundation, it looks sometimes a little bit funny. Like in some areas it doesn't blend as well as if I'm using like a brush or a sponge. But with this foundation, I just feel like it's so much better to use your fingers and then just kind of like finish up like the little details with the sponge. And like I mentioned, I have been using this foundation for almost 2 weeks, like every other day, because I have been alternating with a different one for like my everyday, and I do really like it. It literally feels like I have nothing on my face. It's very lightweight, and I really love the color match that I got. It just feels like a very natural, easy to wear foundation, and it just feels like I have nothing on my face. So anyway, for my concealer, I have the newest Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer. That's a very long name. So that's what the bottle, the box looks like. Her typical black packaging with everything gold. Gold is my favorite color, so that's always a win for me. And I've got mine in the shade Light Medium 14. So first off, I did also pick this up through the Sephora's website. So I didn't color match myself in store. I'm actually not sure if this is already in stores. I need to check it out. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to take it back because on exchanges, the color is just way too yellow for me. And I'm pretty sure I picked like a neutral shade. I don't remember. I'm gonna like put it right here. Say like if I'm completely wrong or if I did. But I just find that the color is just a little too yellow on me. So like if you see me like just at first glance, you would think like my undertones are yellow, but honestly they're more like a neutral undertone. So whenever I picked this up, I thought I was picking up a neutral, but once I apply it on my skin, it just looks way too yellow for me. So just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna use it today, but I am definitely gonna be taking it back to Sephora probably today or tomorrow, and I'm gonna pick up like a different shade because I did like the concealer. So if you're new to my channel, I do have vitiligo, as you can tell probably on my face. I do have like 2 big white circles around my eyes, and then I've got some more discoloration right around my mouth, and of course in multiple parts of my body that we're not gonna talk about that right now. But for my face, what I like to do is I like to only use foundation around all of my face, except I don't put anything around my eyes. I just don't like the way foundation and concealer and powder are just too much piled on my face. I just don't like that look. It's okay with some people. I just like to use one product around my eyes, and for that I decide to go for a concealer all the time. So anyway, let's go ahead and apply this product, and it's a beautiful packaging. It's a glass bottle, so I really do like that. It has a lot of weight. It looks very slim and stylish. Like, it's just very good packaging. This has 5 milliliters, so that's gonna be 0.16 fluid ounces. And I did like the applicator. It's like a dofu, but it is a little bit smaller, which to some people it might not be good, but I do like it because it kind of like helps getting like the little areas on your face. The only downside is that you do have to kind of like double dip or like use it again to, at least for me, to finish up like all around my eyes. So anyway, I'm just going to start placing this. So you can see right there how yellow this is for my complexion. And then this is, I believe this is like a full coverage concealer, and I do like it. Like, I really liked it, but the color was just awful for me. I'm going to probably finish my eyes up with a little bit of extra concealer. I'm either gonna go for the Fenty or the Jeffree Star, because these ones are a little bit lighter for like my normal color. So I feel like today is gonna be perfect because I do need that extra bit of brightness, because this is just way too yellow. So I'm just gonna go use this Echo Tools brush, and I'm gonna blend this into my skin. And yeah, I mean, you can tell like right away it's very yellow, and I feel like it gets a little bit darker. Like, it does have a tiny bit of oxidation, but I'm just gonna go ahead and blend everything in, and then we'll just end up with a different concealer just to kind of like color match myself a little bit better. So again, I really do like this concealer. It is full coverage and it covers everything that I need to cover. So like, give me that whiteness, it goes away and it covers perfect, but the color is just not right for me. and I really like that it goes on very smooth. Even though it's a full coverage concealer, it goes on very smooth and it's not heavy. It doesn't look like cakey under my eyes. It just looks really, really good. But right now I'm just going to add a little bit of the Jeffree Star concealer. I've got mine in the shade C9, just to kind of like counteract that way too yellow around my eyes, especially around my eyes. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this. And for my powder, I'm gonna be using, of course, the Pat McGrath, what is this? The Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. Oh my goodness, with the long names. Okay, so that's what the packaging looks like. It's just like a little black oval product, and it does have a little mirror right there, teeny tiny mirror. And the product itself, it is very finely milled and it's super, super soft. I really been enjoying this powder. The only complaint, or not really complaint, but I feel like this is going to run, like it's gonna run out super fast. Like I've barely used it because I didn't use it that much. I probably used it like 2 times or 3 the most, and you can already see like a dent right on this side, like very big dent. So I feel like it's not gonna last much. So instead of like using this for like all over my face, I feel like this is going to be more, and I've got mine in the shade medium, more for like my under eyes, just because if I use it like all over my face, it's going to run out in like probably like a month or something. But anyway, I might as well just finish it up. I'm just gonna put it everywhere. And I do like it. It's very smooth and it just looks really good, especially on your under eye, which sometimes powders can tend to like build up a little bit on the under eye. It looks really, really good. And of course, for my finishing under eye powder, I've been using and absolutely loving the Too Faced little palette. This one is in the shade medium. This is the Turn Up the Light. I've already, like, I made a full video about this and the palette that came along with this collection. I'm absolutely in love with both products. I will link down over here and probably down below a little card for those videos if you're interested. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use the powder in the middle, so the soft focus, and I'm gonna finish this up as my under eye powder. Today I'm in the mood for like a more chiseled face contour. So I'm going to be using my Chanel Soleil de Tan, and I'm going to be using a kind of like more precise, very dense brush by Real Techniques. So I can kind of like contour my face a little bit more. I have never used this product with this brush, so we'll see how it goes. If I don't like it, I can just change it for a little stipple brush. So I'm just kind of like dipping the brush into the product, and I'm going to just start kind of like placing this where I want it. And I know that a lot of people do not like this product for contouring, but I kind of like want the warmth and the contour in one. And I'm gonna change to an e.l.f. Small stipple brush now that I placed the product where I want it, and I did add a little bit extra, and I'm going to start blending this. To finish up my bronzer, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer, and this one is in the shade Sweet Tea. I believe this is the only shade they have, and it is a beautiful baked, very luminous bronzer with there's not really like shimmer to it or glitter particles, but it's just very luminous, and I really, really like it. I'm just going to tap off the excess on my mirror, and I'm going to use it in the same areas where I placed the Chanel one, but just a little bit more kind of like freely without trying to chisel too much my face. Someone wanted to stop and say hi. So this is Dana. I don't think I've ever seen her before. And apparently someone else stopped to say hi. And that's Michael. I don't think you've ever seen him before. This is my doggy from back home, from Mexico. She's been staying with us for like, I don't know, since December. And she's really enjoying her time with us, and we love her here. ¿Verdad, mi niña? She's so confused right now. She's like, what the hell is happening? Can you please put me down? She came to say hi, and then she was trying to run away, so I grabbed her to just give her some love and hugs. Mi baby sesame. We're looking very bronze and I absolutely love it. So now for my highlight, I'm gonna go back to my Too Faced little trio highlight palette. And I'm gonna go for a mix of Glow and Dazzle. I know a lot of people were complaining that this Dazzle might be a little too chunky, but I still love it. Like, I don't think it's too chunky. It does have some texture, but once it's on your cheeks, you really can't tell any difference. It's just like extra glowy. So today we're gonna be like super glowy and super bronzed to go to a 3-year-old birthday party. How about that? So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing that I always do. I always like to go for my bronzer first and then my highlight, and then for the very last step, of course, I do my blush. I don't like to use my highlight as my topper because I feel like it looks a little bit too just placed in your face instead of kind of like a more luminous from within highlight, which is totally up my alley. And to finish up my face products, I'm gonna be using a teeny tiny blush that honestly I don't even remember where this came from. It's from Tarte. It's in the shade Sweet, and it is tiny, as I mentioned. And look at how beautiful this is. I don't know if it's gonna be able to go through the camera as how beautiful this blush is, but it is the most beautiful iridescent pink with gold. Ugh, I am just obsessed with this blush. And I haven't used it that much because I like it so much. I don't want it to run away. Like, I don't want it to run out. That's how ridiculous my brain works. But if I like something so much, I don't use it as much, which should be the opposite. I'm trying to be better at it. Like, if I love something, especially a makeup product, I'm trying my best to kind of like use it more and like use it all the time, because it's gonna go bad. Like, eventually it's gonna go bad. So anyway, I'm gonna be using a huge Real Techniques brush to apply this. I've been using a smaller one, but I feel like lately I'm kind of like going back to like my basics where I used to love like huge brushes for my face product applications. I'm just gonna go ahead and smile for this. So for my eyes, we're gonna be using the Divine Rose palette by McGrath. I did recently do a review on this palette, and it might not have been the best, and I know that maybe a lot of people love it, and I didn't enjoy it as much as other people. I don't know, it was just lacking something for me. Like, I still don't know what it is. Some people were telling me in the comments on my last video that this was marketed for like an Asian market, which kind of makes sense, that the colors are so subtle and soft, because Asian makeup is very different to what we use it over here in America. So that totally makes sense. Whenever I heard that, I'm like, okay. But still, I would have liked the shadows to just be a little bit more pigmented, a little bit more potent than what they really are. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the palette. We're just gonna be doing an eye look because this video is gonna be like always super long, and I'm trying to stop that. But anyway, I don't think I'm gonna be mentioning what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna post like a little picture up here, and I'm gonna show you what colors I'm using as I'm going. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply lots of mascara. I've been using and loving the newest L'Oreal mascara. This is the Bambi Eye, and again, I am obsessed with it. If you're trying to pick up a new mascara from the drugstore, this one is so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply lots of mascara. I'm gonna do my eyebrows, and then I'll be right back. So makeup is nearly done. I only need lipstick and I think I'm gonna go for Mother by Kat Von D. I haven't been using liquid lipsticks in a while now and I do love the full matte, like the full opacity on liquid lipsticks, but they're just so uncomfortable. So I think I'm just gonna throw this in and then later during the day I'll just apply some Fenty Beauty Gloss just to kind of like ease on the matte for this, from this. But for now, let's go ahead and apply some of this on the lips. There is really nothing that I enjoy more than just sitting literally here on my vanity, doing my makeup with so much peace and without being like in a rush. Ugh, it is my favorite thing to do. Like every day when I have to do my makeup for work, I actually been doing it at the gym because I've been going to the gym every single morning before work. So it's just like in a rush and I feel like I don't enjoy just doing my makeup like peacefully. So today was just something very very much needed to like end up my week in a, like a peaceful moment, just doing my makeup and enjoying my time while I do it. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do something with this hair because it's looking a little crazy, and then I'm gonna show you my outfit of the day. And yeah, let's get right into everything so we can wrap up this video. The final look, I just wanted to wear a sweater and some jeans and tennis shoes because it is going to be a party in the park. So I'm just wearing this cashmere kind of like mustard yellow sweater. I absolutely love it. I have no clue what brand it is. I just got it at TJ Maxx around November, December, and I've been really obsessed with it. It's really soft and there's no like itchiness to it because sometimes cashmere can be itchy. This one is so good. My jeans are just made well. I purchased them not so long ago and these have got to be my very favorite jeans that I've ever tried. They're so comfortable and they just like mold to my body really good, which is something that I always struggle with because jeans just never like seem to fit perfect for me. And then my shoes are some golden gooses that I got not so long ago, which are super comfortable. You have no time to like break them in. You just put them on and they're super comfortable. So absolutely love that. And they have a little gold on the back. So they are just beautiful. I love gold, as you can probably tell. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate it if you did. Just hit the red button that says subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. And this is like a little snap of our outfits today. Michael is always saying how he's never on my videos, so here we go. This is Michael, my husband, and that's Romulus, if you can see him down there.